Alright. So in the third part, what we have is we have to read the number of lines are there. Right. The number of lines, the number of words, and the number of characters. Right. So now there is a different modified while loop to read files. Okay, this is what we are going to see now. All right, what do I mean by that? See over here, whenever we opened a file, right, we opened a file, we had to make sure that we close the file, right, open close every time, be it for read or write privileges. All right, so why was that needed? Yes, the need for it was that uh, it should be always closed, otherwise it would go into some state that is undesirable. All right, so to make sure that the file was always in a desirable state, uh, we need some mechanism. All right, and that is where while uh, loop comes in. So if we write while, okay, while open, and then the file name, of course, comma mode. All right, so file is demo dot csv. All right, and then in which format? So read format. All right, and then as f. Okay, so we are setting a variable name, file open csv as f. Okay, what do? We go to the the beginning of the file. Okay, and that is by you doing is file.seek and 0 comma 0. Okay, if we see f.seek, wait, is it given over here? Start of the stream, seek set restores the position. Okay, okay. I forgot the explanation to this 0 and 0, but basically go to the first line, and at the very beginning is 0.0. Okay, so that is what we mean when we write fseek. Okay, why is it giving me error at as? Let me very quickly see. With open, sorry, not while open, with open. Okay, with open, sorry, that was a grave mistake. Modified with open loop to read from files. Okay, so there is this mechanism called with open. It's not a loop, sorry, to read files, read or write files, to modify. I'll write, okay, modify files without having to close them. Okay, so why is this required? When as we did open and close always, we don't need to open and close them anymore if we do it by using with open. All right, so it opens this file in this mode, and it gives it to that variable f. Okay, now f.seek is to the beginning position. Okay, so this is the beginning position. All right, after you go to the beginning position, what do? We need three variables: number of words, number of column count number of NL NL was required. Number of lines, number of words and number of characters, that will be equal to 0, comma 0, comma 0. Okay, so number of words, number of lines, words and uh, columns is equal to 0. Okay, and now what we do, we write a for loop to iterate over the contents of the file. Okay, whatever we have read from here. Okay, for that, so for line L in file F. Okay, the file contents. All right, so now we have individual line in our L. Okay, so what do we do with it? We first get the number of words. So line is basically going to be 1, right? So number of words, number of lines should be this number of words. Okay, all right. I guess I wrote number of rows for here. Okay, so number of rows. All right, rows, words, columns is what we want to find. Okay, so let's do that. Number of rows uh, is equal to, we can write plus equal to number of rows plus 1. Okay, so each time the number of rows, each time the loop comes, the pointer comes to this for loop, number of rows will be incremented by 1, number of columns will be plus equal to, and then the number of words will be equal to, we will have to split it. Okay, so line dot split. Okay, line dot split, and the count of this split is what we will have. Okay, sorry, not count, the length, it is the length function, right? So length of whatever the split is, basically it will split, but on what character, comma, because we have comma separated values, right? So once we do that, we need number of characters. Okay, so number of characters plus number of characters is equal to number of characters plus, and now what we want is length of L. Okay, so if I do not split the length, it will carry the number of the length of the line. Okay, it will count the number of characters. So now once we have them, we come out of for loop, and then we basically print it out. Okay, so yeah, print and then we'll take it as a formatted string, because we know that it will help us. Okay, formatted string, and then the what were we required to say, the stocks, entries and characters. Okay, the stocks, entries and this number of stocks are, and inside we have number of rows. Okay, entries are and inside what we have is number of words, and characters is basically characters. So characters are, and then we have number of characters. Okay, there is, yeah, okay. So this is what we want entirely. All right, after we do that, we can basically we have done our this part. Okay, so let's see if it works. So let's clear this out and now run this once again. I have this file. Did I paste it? Yes, I have it. Okay, then I'll continue for one time, or no, I'll just simply run it with this one, and then let's continue. Okay, let's just paste it again with a slightly different. One 106. Okay, so that is how we know that the entry is different. All right, and then 0 for exit. Okay, so okay, print print. Okay, let's run this once again. This is the value. Continue. This is the value. I will do it 100 and what is this close price? 9. Enter, and then 0 to exit. Okay, so we see, oh, it did not go to the next line. Okay, so where did we write the file? Here, input, so what we'll do is we'll write a character that is the next line over here. Okay, and this will work. So we do know that it will work, so let's give it a rest. We'll move to the next one. All right, or maybe we will require to be sure. Let's run it once again. This is the first entry. I continue. This is the second entry, then continue, and then 0 to exit. Okay, so you can see I have these values that are printed. Okay, so now I am able to all of course you will have these values over here as well. Okay, so now what we require is the next part. We have successfully done this part of knowing how to navigate in a textual file. What about the binary file? Okay, making an image, making a copy of an image. Okay, so we'll quickly search for dog images. Okay, so we have the images of dog. Since it is a singular, I'll save this image, and in downloads it will be dog.jpg. I don't want it in downloads, I want it in the Python folder. Okay, so save it over there, use jpg. Okay, so we have our dog image. We'll just go and verify that we have it or not. So we come to Visual Studio Code, there's the doc.jpg. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to copy this in make a copy of this doc.jpg. All right, so how do we make that copy of doc.jpg? It is a uh, binary file. Okay, so to open binary file is the same as opening our textual file. The only difference is instead of these read write, okay, where was that? Yeah, instead of these read write operations, okay, uh, the name, the modes are just read binary, write binary, and all such. Okay, so basically, uh, reading and reading and writing binary file. Okay, so it will be binary everywhere. Okay, yeah, read binary, write binary, append binary, and such. Okay, that is the only difference. Alright, so now we want what? We don't want demo.csv, we want it to be doc.jpg. Dog.jpg. Okay, in read mode, we have to read this and we have to have the other file f1 equal to open new dot jpg, and that we want in write binary, and so will be the case with the file that is above. It is in read binary. Okay, so once we have made these we have opened these files in read binary and write binary, all that remains is copying all the bytes from the first file and writing it to the second file. So let's say this as f1 and this as f2. Okay, so f1, see what we can do is uh, bytes 1 equal to, because bytes is a keyword, so bytes 1 is equal to f1 dot read. Since we have read binary privileges, we can simply write f1 dot read and then f2 dot write. And what do we write over here? The bytes 1. Okay, so once we write that, there is no need for any file to be kept open. So f1 dot close, it's a method, and then f2 dot close, this is also a method. Okay, and then print image copied. All right, so let's see this in action. Okay, I'll just copy this one line so that if we require it, we won't we won't have to waste much time on copying it. Okay, so let's see. This is Python 3. We enter by writing this. Let's write this 4, then 1, then control V. This is 5, and then 1, and then control V, and this is 10, 10, enter, and then 0. Okay, f2 dot write, where is that? W right. Okay, okay, sorry, I have these errors. 1 control V, 4, 1 control V, 9, 0. So there are 4 stocks. 1, 2. Oh, I should have written -1 over here. So number of rows -1. Okay, so I forgot that because the header will also be counted. Okay, similarly, when we create, it has character. It has counted the upper one as well. Okay, so I have to get rid of the upper one. Okay, and to do that, what we did was, I forgot that. No, number of entries was as it is. Number of stocks only, what I could do is I could ignore that. Okay, and since I know the number of entries is 5, as I did over here 1, I could actually do it as -5. Okay, and then here I could write minus len. Okay, length, and this function could take length of, where is it, this control C. Okay, so here, where is it, here inside, what I could do is just write the length of this string is what you have to minus. Okay, should we see this once again? Let's see this once again just to be sure. Okay, so I run this program once again. Okay, then we have the entries. No, not this entry. Let me copy this and then I'll paste it over here. 9, 1 to continue, 5, 1 to continue, paste, 2, enter, and then 0 to exit. After that, we have 3 stocks, which is correct. 15 entries, so basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 into 3, that is 15. And 58 characters, which I will not count. You will have to do it by yourself if you want. Okay, and then the image is copied. So with dog, we need a new image over here. So is there any new image? Yes. So you can see it is copied over here. All right, new.jpg is created. So this was regarding introduction of files, uh, file processing in Python, both the textual and the binary. Let's meet in the next session.